How's it going, Orthodontist? Welcome back to another whiteboard session on the ultimate guide to orthodontic marketing in 2020. In this one, we're going to be discussing paid Google ads. Again, if you want to review this, just kind of like skim over it, there's a text version on our website. Go check that out. And if you're ever interested in scheduling a strategy session with us to run your Facebook and Instagram ads, please click the link down below to do that. We would love to speak with you. So anyways, paid Google ads. We're going to talk about what they are, why. We're going to talk about why I wrote 84% here, and then the pros and cons, as well as some guidelines, but those are on the other side, so wait for that. So what are Google ads? These are the ads that show up at the very top of what's called a SERP, search engine results page. So when you type in orthodontist near me, you're going to see some paid ads, and then you're going to see organic results. So what we're talking about today is how to show up on those paid ads and how much they cost and how it works and all of that. So why you should use Google ads. 84% refers to Google's market share when it comes to search engines. So 84% of people, when they go to search for something online, they're going to use Google, which is incredible. And literally the whole earth uses this. There are so many people that use Google. It's just the place that you really need to be if you want to get in front of the right people again. So that is the main reason that you should be using Google ads, is just the sheer volume of people on there. You're bound to capture some of them as patients. So let's talk about the pros and cons now. The pros of Google ads, it's versatile. We talked about this about Facebook ads last week. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But you can spend as little as, I think it's $1 a day on Google. It's $1 for Facebook ads, but you can spend very, very little or a lot if you want. And it's up to you how much you spend. You can turn the campaign on and off as you please. The second one here is that the pros of Google ads is they're intent based. So if somebody searches orthodontist near me, you can be pretty sure that they're looking to get braces or Invisalign fairly soon because they're Googling it. It didn't just like show up in their Facebook or Instagram feed randomly. So that's an awesome pro of Google ads. The third one is targeting. You can target people in your local area, which is great. And then 84%, again, just the sheer volume of people that use this platform, you should be on it. That's a great pro. Moving over to the cons. The first con here is that it's really hard for beginners to figure out how Google ads work. There's just a huge skill gap in the digital marketing realm. And if you don't understand how to do it the right way, you can end up losing a lot of money on Google ads. Just because anyone can use the platform doesn't mean anyone can make profitable campaigns. The second one here is clicks, and then it's got like a down arrow and an up arrow. And that just means that not all clicks are created equal. Just because somebody clicks on your ad doesn't mean they're actually interested in treatment, although it's a higher likelihood that they are than if they're on Facebook or Instagram. And the reason for that is somebody could be searching Invisalign. Maybe they're a marketer like me and they're looking for an orthodontist in their area to help market or sell services to. And they search orthodontist near me and then they click on that ad. You just paid $10 to $15 for somebody to try to sell you something. So not all clicks are created equal. This third one here is that the cost per click is extremely high, especially for keywords like Invisalign and braces, because Google knows how much money you can make off of it. They want to take part of that in exchange for using their platform. So again, like I mentioned, it can be between $10 and $15 per click. That's not per anything else. Just for somebody clicking on your ad, Google charges you $10 to $15. So that can get really expensive really fast. And then the fourth one here, this isn't really a con, but it's just something that you should keep in mind, is that your website needs to be optimized before you run Google ads. It doesn't do you any good to have a Google ad, somebody click on it, and you have an atrocious looking website. That's not going to help you at all, because they're just going to click right off. Google's going to charge you a premium for those ads because they see people clicking to your website and then just leaving. So you need to make sure that your website is optimized before you run Google ads, which might be a con for some of you. So now let's go to the other side, this guidelines when it comes to Google ads. And just as a caveat, I should mention that Google ads are not our specialty here at OrthoPatients. We've done a little bit of it. We prefer to specialize in something that we know is going to work 80 to 90% of the time for our clients, which is Facebook and Instagram ads. With that said, let's go over some of the guidelines that we have for Google. Again, I would recommend speaking to an expert about these things, but here are some things to keep in mind. The first one is to get your website right. Make sure that it's optimized not only for SEO, but also for marketing purposes. When somebody lands on your website, do they understand who you are, your brand personality, all the things we talk about in the messaging section of this series. The second one is to make sure that you're choosing high intent keywords. So just because somebody searches Invisalign doesn't mean that they're actually interested in Invisalign with you or Invisalign in your area. So an example of this is somebody just searching the word Invisalign or searching the word diet restrictions Invisalign. They might be hanging out with their family and somebody that they know has Invisalign, and you search diet restrictions Invisalign just to kind of check on what those are. You're not actually that interested in getting treatment right away. And then if your practice shows up for diet restrictions Invisalign, they click on your ad, they're like, oh, I wasn't even interested in buying right now. Then they click out immediately and you're out $10 to $15, right? A better example of keywords that you would like to target are things like Invisalign cost San Bernardino. Somebody searching that is most likely ready to purchase really soon. Another example there is free braces consultation near me. They're looking for a consult right away, and if you show up at the top of that search result, they're going to click on you and hopefully come into your practice. Okay, so the third one here is to master your ad copy. This is called like salesmanship in pixels. So you only have like 160 characters, I believe it is, on your Google ad to really make an impression. So you need to make sure that you use all of those characters the right way and really speak to somebody so that they're more likely to come to your website instead of your competitor's website, which will show up right next to yours, ironically. Then this fourth one here is traffic sculpting, or sculpting your traffic. When you run Google ads, you can see all of the search queries that triggered your ad. So let's say somebody did search Invisalign diet restrictions and your ad showed up for that. Let's say you set up your campaign, you're targeting your high intent keywords, and then you see that somebody clicked on your ad from Invisalign Reddit. That's what they had searched. And so you don't want your ad to show up for that keyword, so you would go and add Reddit as a negative keyword. And what that does is it makes sure that anybody who types in Reddit in their search query, your ads aren't going to show up. And that's called traffic sculpting. So that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you're interested in our services here at OrthoPatients, please schedule a strategy session with us. We look forward to speaking with you soon. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and we will answer them. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.